have just received the new conversion kit for the German Halftracks for Plastic Soldier Company, and like the heavy weapon set, this is a box I've been waiting for quite some time, because if you want to build an Flames of War army with Plastic Soldier Company units and you want to make a mechanized list, you really need some heavy weapons, some weapon options for your Halftracks, which the basic Plastic Soldier kit does not provide. I really like this approach to making these conversion kits instead of making a new box for everyone, for every combination. I think this is a very clever way to do it, and a rather cheap way to do it as well. So for that matter, I'm very happy about this kit. On the back side of the box you can see that this is done in the typical Plastic Soldier Company way. You have a picture of one of the conversions painted up so you can see how it's supposed to look. You have a small painting guide from Vallejo paints to see the colors you need, and you have a list of what's actually in the box. And this box comes with 4 conversions for 81mm mortar carriers, 4 Stummel conversions, 4 platoon commander with Pak 36, and 4 Flamme Panzers, Flamme Halftracks, whatever. This conversion kit is made for the 251-D version of the Halftrack, but very limited modeling skills. You can easily convert it to either the 251C or the 251B from Svesta. This should really not cause you any problems. It is important to understand that this is a conversion kit. You cannot do anything with this unless you already have the Halftracks from Plastic Soldier Company. The kit here only contains weapons and figures and not the Halftrack themselves. So you need to buy the Halftracks on the side as a separate deal. Like the heavy weapon set, this box only comes with 4 trees, and if we take a close look at the tree so you can see what it is you are getting, you can see here this is for the command vehicle, the Pak 38. Over here you have the mortar and the crew for it. Here you have the 75mm cannon, and as you can see here, we do have some sink marks in the upper part of the gun, so you probably will have to deal with this. Gun shield, some radio equipment, and some small detail parts. Over here we got loader for the gun, MG, and here we have the flamethrowers with fuel tanks and extra piping and figures, of course. The kit also comes with this small piece of instruction sheet, and here you can see the different variation being marked in different colors so you know which part to choose. On the back side you have an instruction on how to put it all together. In my previous review I made the mistake of talking about the manual before I actually put them together, so this time I had done it the other way around, and I must say this is, well, especially for the flame version, I gotta say this is very it doesn't even give you a clue on where to put the parts. On my version, as I'll show you in a bit, I have left out this part completely because I cannot see where it has to go. So here you have the 4 basic conversions. I have built one of each to show you how they look, and I will go over them one by one and give you some thoughts and some ideas on these fellas. First up is the flame half thrower, and it looks alright. It will definitely serve its part in the game, and I'm really happy that these kits have been released, but especially with this version I have quite some critique. I have taken off the top to show you the inside of the Halftrack, and this is where I really do have some problems with this kit. The two gas tanks for the flamethrowers comes in two different variations with very minute differences. If you look at this is the second part, and as you can see, this part has a somewhat cut out in the bottom, and the other part doesn't. This part without the cutout should be the right one, but it really does not fit inside the vehicle. If you put it in and mount it as what looks correct, it will have a wrong angle and will not be suitable at all. I don't know if these parts may be conversions for the early version of the Halftrack. I'm not sure, but the instruction sheet really does not give you any clue on what to do with this. Also, this little part here, which the instruction sheet clearly tells you to put inside the Halftrack, I have left this out because I cannot fit it inside the vehicle any place. I don't know where it's supposed to go. The instruction sheet does not show you where this piece is going, so you might have some problem with this. Another thing I noticed on this vehicle is that the crew for the guns, the two flamethrower guys, they do not have any seating. Ain't they supposed to have seats somewhere, or are they standing for the duration of the ride? I am unsure, and I think this is a rather big issue. The reason I think the missing seats are such an issue is because of this vehicle. This is the 75mm heavy gun, and it is by far the best of the conversions for this kit, and no doubt about that. It looks good and it will serve its purpose in the game. It's a very good vehicle to use in the game if you use them cautiously. Looking at the inside, you can see on this here a lot of parts has gone on the inside. You got ammo storage, you got radios, you got seating, you got some extra boxes and all. But if this guy has seating, why doesn't the guy in the flamethrowers have seating? And if this guy has ammunition, why doesn't this guy have any? This is the third conversion and the command vehicle with the Pak 38. It looks alright. I gotta warn people about the small peg that goes in underneath the gun. You probably want to strengthen this, maybe replace it by some copper wire or something like that, because that will break. But if I take the top of this one, you can see that inside it is just the normal vehicle, no changes, no nothing. If this is the command vehicle, why doesn't it have a radio like the other one? It has a gun, why doesn't it has any ammunition? I think that this it's okay for the game, but for modeling I think this is terrible. This is the fourth conversion and the 80mm mortar. A lot of the same issues goes with this vehicle. It looks okay, it's gonna play the part in the game alright, but if I take the top of this one too, you can see again it is just the basic Halftrack. And you even got the problem with the mortar's feet having to stand up on the seat, which I don't think it would have been doing in real life. If you move it forward so it comes in front of the seat, it minimizes the room for the drivers and you have a problem there. If you want this to stand well and look more correctly, I advise you to divide the seat up in two parts and only use the back half, so you have an open space in the front half. This might solve some problems, and looking at pictures on the internet, it looks like that would be a much more realistic outfit of the vehicle. So that was my review of the German Halftrack conversion kit from Plastic Soldier Company. If I have to rate this as a modeler, I would give this no more than 2 out of 5 stars. I think too many details are either wrong or not there at all. The instruction sheet is very unclear, so I cannot give this a good rating as for the modeling aspect of it. If I have to rate this entirely from the gaming purpose, I would say this is an excellent kit, and it really offers you some good variations for a very low price. And I would give this about 4 out of 5 stars. This brings the average to 3 stars, and this is my final verdict on this kit. 3 out of 5 stars.